Hello, guys. So, how to start a YouTube channel, monetize it, and grow it successfully. That's what we're going to be covering today. I'm going to share my screen. Fantastic. Okay, so quick agenda breakdown. Why start a YouTube channel in 2024? YouTube for personal brands, YouTube for businesses, YouTube thumbnail and channel art design, selling YouTuber packs on our template marketplace. That's the agenda today. We're going to be covering this within hopefully a space of an hour. I want to try to keep it under an hour, within 50 minutes if I can do that. So we're going to be moving pretty fast. So make sure you stay focused, stay tuned in, make sure you remove any distractions and dive in. And I personally have had first-hand experience growing a YouTube channel. My personal YouTube brand channel is constantly moving in the right trajectory, growing subscribers daily, which is really great to see. I've monetized it as well. And I've, starting to implement those same strategies in my other companies as well. And it is two different things, doing a personal brand versus a YouTube for business. And we're going to uncover all of those things for you guys. So let's jump into it. Now, why start a YouTube channel in 2024? Over obvious reason, tons of users. There's 7.2 billion active users on YouTube that are engaged in the content over there. Huge wide audience. You can reach so many people. Second largest social media platform. So, there alone, you can't ignore it. Yeah, if you want brand awareness, you want to get traction, you need to be on YouTube. Second largest search engine after Google. So any content I've personally experienced this firsthand is that shooting out content on YouTube and solving a specific problem or talking about a trending topic will get traction if you use the right keywords and the right description and the right format. And of course, the other mechanics, thumbnails, visuals, all that stuff, good editing. But with all those things in hand, especially when it comes to the text-driven elements, the description and the title, your content will be searched with YouTube. YouTube offers generous monetization, which is something that I've always found incredible. The fact that, you can start compounding views on YouTube, and you don't have to necessarily have subscribers, but you compound hundreds of thousands of views on a YouTube video, which is surprisingly not hard to do. You will be able to monetize your channel and start to generate passive income, which I've already been experiencing firsthand. The next part is YouTube for personal brands. We're going to start with YouTube for personal brands, as I feel that this is the most compelling reason why you should start a YouTube channel over starting it specifically for your business, right? Why? Because personal brands just gives you an opportunity to be yourself, be flexible, informal in your content, and you can diversify your topics according to all your interests, meaning the beautiful Venn diagram of your hobbies, your interests, your expertise, all that groups into one creates a unique niche or one of a kind niche that no one can compete with except you, which is you. And that's what's amazing, is that rather than leaning into a niche where you start talking about one thing, you just talk about all things you, and people will appreciate you for you. And that's what these amazing personal brands have been able to do. Simon Hoiberg, Ali Abdaal. Now, don't get me wrong, these individuals, successful personal brands, Ali Abdaal, 5 million subscribers. Simon Hoiberg has grown to almost 200,000 subscribers recently. Both have been able to do exceptional work when it comes to growing an audience. And yes, they have a lot of diverse content. However, they do have let's say a core theme that resonates throughout all of their content. For Ali Abdaal, that's productivity, right? It is the core message. Despite him talking about all kinds of things, business, strategy, marketing, lifestyle, so many topics you can come across on his channel, the underlying theme is always productivity. With Simon Hoiberg, it's more focused on the niche. Like, he blatantly communicates that in his channel. He speaks about SaaS, no code, and AI. But you will see him talk about selling an ebook sometimes, or running paid ads for other various digital products. His YouTube channel growth, other passive income opportunities. So it's not just always focused on one core niche. You can diversify when you're a personal brand, because it's more about you and your interests and your expertise. And that's what's powerful about personal brands. The fact that it's easier to build relationships with your audience. I found that firsthand when you start building a YouTube channel based on your personal brand. People like to interact with other human beings, right? They don't want to interact with a logo or a corporation. It doesn't have that human touch, and that's why it's way more easier to build deeper relationships when you're positioning yourself as a personal brand, i.e. as yourself. It's easier to grow subscribers. People trust people, and so they follow people and they will subscribe to your channel. There's also the added opportunity for sponsors and paid collaborations. And you don't, by the way, have to have huge followers, subscribers to get sponsors. I was at 3,000 followers when I first got my first sponsor, which was incredible. And it was decently paid for the content I was producing. Finally, while doing all this great stuff on YouTube, talking about your interests and producing content that you enjoy, it indirectly also promotes your products and services, because you'll be speaking about your expertise and your journey and what you're building, and people will come to know about what your business offerings and will definitely take interest in that. Now, we're going to go to the next step, which is YouTube for businesses. We covered personal brands and why that's important, why that's the easiest way to grow on YouTube. We also have to, of course, cover YouTube for businesses, because this is something that a lot of businesses have to do, right? And it's really an important strategy for them to be on YouTube. And those reasons are listed over here, right? So we'll go through them one by one. Number one, YouTube helps businesses build loyalty with existing customers whilst acquiring new ones, right? And that's why YouTube businesses have to be on YouTube, right? It's really important that they exist there so that they build, number one, the loyalty with their existing customers. Customers expect you as a company, as a business, to have a YouTube channel, to list your value videos in terms of your product and services, to list how-to videos if you're selling a product, to list your upcoming launches. It just gives you more trust and brand authority around your product and your brand, your product and services, right? And so that's why it's really important to set your YouTube channel as well when building a startup or a business, so that customers have a place to go and search for you to come across your content. And you don't have to have a lot of content off the bat when you're launching a business. Having a couple of how-to videos to start off with is always more than enough. But they just want to see that you're taking your business seriously. You're not just a one-time, one-shot wonder coming to just sell a couple of products and leave. You're there for the long term. You're there to provide as much value as you can to your customers. So to go through this one by one, why YouTube for businesses? Because number one, it is a requirement. It's a must-have for how-tos. Your how-to should exist on YouTube for the reasons we also explained in the first part, which is YouTube is the number one, the second largest search engine after Google, right? So when people are searching for answers for any specific product or service, they will be searching it on YouTube, or they'll be searching on Google and they'll expect to stumble across videos related to their search result. So you have to be on YouTube so that people can find you easier. It's a must-have requirement for how-tos. Now, the benefit of this is that you're producing content and it's how-to videos, but you're also getting exposure, because if you get the right keywords in there and you position the video in a way that's solving a specific problem. So let's say you're selling a specific product that solves that problem, and you enter the solution of those problems, or could be like, let's say, an automatic cat litter tray, right? The title of that video could be "Save Time with this amazing automated cat litter tray that cleans itself," right? So that title alone, of course, you might have to shorten it, and you'll have to, of course, go deeper in the descriptions of the video. That gives Google enough signals in terms of makes it search engine optimized, so that people can easily search for your video when they type in specific keywords, such as automated cat litter or the best cat litter in 2024, right? So things like that's how you have to start thinking about, is use your SEO brain as well as providing value for your customers. So don't make it one thing. Remember, YouTube for businesses is for existing customers whilst also acquiring new ones. So think about how you can optimize the titles and descriptions so that new customers can also find you without
without having a clue who you are and what your brand is about. And that's where you use those titles and descriptions to draw the attention of those potential users and help them find you organically. Now, to build relationships with influencers, the next part is key. So when you're on YouTube, especially if you're an e-commerce business or any kind of business, really, it's you want to start building relationships with influencers, because social media, the way you get the best exposure, people, again, going back to personal brands, people trust people, and you want to start getting noticed by potential influencers that may want your product or may subscribe to whatever you're offering, right? If it's a digital product, they subscribe to your software or your application or your course, for instance, your newsletter, whatever you may be offering. You want to grab the attention of influencers. So the way you do that is, again, going through that process of building a YouTube channel for your business by creating how-to videos. Try to pepper it with also value bite videos, that is just providing pure value that can, solve a problem, but not necessarily directly promoting your product, but rather within your niche, you are solving a specific problem by offering valuable content. Let's say you're a design product, Glorify is a design product. It would be great for us to talk about design trends of 2024, which is a broader topic, but of course related to Glorify as a design tool. Similarly, if you're selling furniture, you could talk about how ergonomics with furniture is really important to have a better lifestyle or a better posture when you're working in a sedentary job. And you talk about that, but you're also selling furniture. So that's the kind of valuable content you can do. And you can raise more subscribers and followers through that valuable content, eventually get the attention of influencers. Influencers come across your products and realizes that your products are incredible as well, and they want to potentially promote them. The best relationships you can build with influencers is when they are bought in so much into your brand and your product that you're offering, to the point that they actually will promote them without necessarily having to work on some sort of paid partnerships, meaning they're already a raving fan and they're happy to promote it for free. And that happens all the time, right? Of course, and it takes a certain caliber to get to that level, but it's not impossible. So the last part is running ads. Of course, YouTube is one of probably like maybe the second or third most important ad platform. It's understandable that Meta, Facebook and Instagram is the titan when it comes to paid ads channel. But YouTube, of course, is the next one, I would say, after that, right? So a lot of people spend a lot of time on YouTube, and you get to have lots of opportunity to advertise, both in between longer format videos as well as in the beginning of a video when a video starts. So there's ad breaks between long format videos, which is great. And so to run ads, you firstly should have a YouTube channel. And it's important to have a YouTube channel, not just because, don't have a YouTube channel for the sake of running the ad for your business, but have a YouTube channel with rich content so that when you're running the ad, people will find the ad and potentially be interested in it. But of course, when you're running a YouTube ad, you'll see the channel that it's coming from. And a lot of viewers will probably click that and see, okay, what's this channel about? It'd be best that there's some valuable content on there to show that you're a legitimate channel. So don't build a YouTube the YouTube channel for your business for the sake of running your ad alone. Create valuable content, and then that helps with also the ads conversions as well. And we found that a lot with us at Glorify. So it's definitely a validated strategy. Great. Okay, so we covered YouTube for businesses. We covered YouTube for personal brands. We're just going to go into the comment section. Hey, Mr. Sharp, we got a hello in the house. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Jumping into the next slide, design time. We're going to show a quick design process on Glorify and how you can create thumbnails super easily at scale with Glorify. You don't have to be a designer, and that's the best part. So I'm going to jump into Glorify, and I'm going to go into, when you're on the homepage of Glorify, head over to templates, and we recently launched this template marketplace where template designers within Glorify's community are creating templates and offering them for both paid and free. Majority of them are being paid, And these designers, creators get incentivized by offering them for free because their affiliate code is associated with the template, so they get commissions if you decide to subscribe. But there's a range of YouTube thumbnails here. That's what I wanted to show you guys. And some of the YouTube template packs are really awesome. I'm going to click this filter right here to go to YouTube templates, and you can see we've got 3. There are more coming. You know, we're just getting started on the template marketplace. Of course, inside Glorify, there's hundreds of YouTube thumbnails and channel art, which we'll uncover in a moment. But I'm going to go ahead and open one of these templates. I'll go to this Code Crafters YouTubers pack. Looks like a great template pack, to be honest. I think it falls under like a very sort of modern, elegant, futuristic style, as you can see. And yeah, we'll go ahead and click get it now. And this takes you to Lemon Squeezy, where the template is listed. Submit the order. It's free to use, just you have to add your email. And the design is by Zestify Designs. Access your template. This will head over to Glorify. And from here, we can preview the template via the slides just to see what it looks like. You can also go into like a grid format to see this view. But from here, we can just go ahead and click copy file. And I'm going to pull it over into my template kits in Glorify, my workspace. And once it's saved, we can go over to, from Glorify, we can start to customize this. Now, this template pack is super cool and useful, of course. It has mainly thumbnails. We don't have the channel art, and that's okay. We can actually create our channel art from the templates. But what's really cool about YouTube packs within our template marketplace is that you have a range of consistently designed or designs in a very consistent design style and theme that you can easily customize and make it your own. So I'm going to do that right in front of you guys right now. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3 YouTube thumbnail variations, and we have also a YouTube community post. Community post is also getting really popular on YouTube, which I'll cover in a moment. You can engage with your audiences in a more personal level. But the cool thing about Glorify, to edit these designs is not hard. I'm going to simply drag and select all these designs at once. And we're going to go and take advantage of the batch editor. The batch editor is extremely powerful to be able to create and edit at scale. So here are my different designs selected. You can see the batch editor selection panel will detect all the common images and images that you can replace, as well as images inside of shapes, which you can replace as well as similar text layers and colors. And you can all customize this all at once. Just go ahead and replace the images with my own image. Typically, the process when it comes to YouTube, whenever I want to take a picture of myself, I use my phone. I shine a light on myself or get some natural light from the window. That always works. And just use your phone. All my pictures on my YouTube thumbnails are taken via my phone. And use the background removal tool, and you're good to go. So I'm going to show you an example of this. Let's say I already took a picture. In fact, you know what? Let me do something. I'm going to take this. I'm going to hide my screen, and I'm going to take a picture of me in the camera here. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Wait, let me try and do that better. I'm going to smile at the camera. I know this is a bit awkward, guys. Bear with me. Great. So I took a picture. I'm going to head over to Glorify now. We uploaded an image that I took a picture of me. And I took a picture of me basically, which is this one right here. Let me do that again. So this is the picture I took of myself, which is from the webinar directly. I pasted it on my canvas, and that's now uploaded for me. So now I can drag select all these designs at once, and I can replace it all at once. So once it's all selected, on the right selection panel, I can click replace and replace it with my image right here. And it replaces all at once, right? So batch editing, same thing for this one. We'll go ahead and replace that, click replace, and boom, replace that image as well inside the shape. Now, if I want to remove the background, it's simple. As mentioned, you just click the remove background button right here, and that'll remove the background for all the images at once. So it does it at scale. Again, incredible, right? And like I said, I was going to keep this image put by keeping it together, as it looks quite nice with the background. There we go. Now let's customize the text. Text is not hard to customize. Again, you've got all the text layers over here. If I want to edit this, I can edit it individually as well. I don't know if there's like common text across all of this, for example. I don't see like how to master your digital growth strategies, how to master digital growth strategies. So that one right here, we can customize. Let's go into this, how to master digital growth strategies. This text over here, watch the text change all at once. I'm going to change this to how to create eye-catching YT thumbnails. Boom. Just like that, we're able to create, edit all the text layers at once, right? Saves huge time saver. Now, of course, you want to come back in here and slightly tweak these and adjust them as you go along, but it's just part of the process, of course, right? I'm going to reset the crop on these as well, because I don't want my arm to be chopped off like that. I want to just show the whole picture. Great, I'm happy with that. And look, sometimes it's nice to play around with layers. I like to do this a lot with my designs. For this one here, we can send this down, layer down, and use the arrow keys and move it around so that it's like got a bit of depth. We can try other things as well with this. For example, let's put that over here, and we can take this and add a contrast filter so that we can make the images pop if you want. And if you want to make it black and white, so there's no color, and we unify everything, you can do that too, which could look interesting depending on what you're creating. So it really depends on the theme of your design. Everything, there's different ways, approaches, of course. I think I'll prefer it with color. Can add noise. I'd like to add noise on images. Just gives it a bit more of an organic feel. So if I go zoom in, you can see the noise start to trickle in, which makes the image feel like less flat and digital, right? Which is nice. And finally, let's also add a bit of a drop shadow. Boom. And from here, we can move the sliders. So with Glorify, it's all about clicking the sliders and dragging to change the values. You don't have to manually enter anything. You just drag and you can get everywhere you want. Cool. So there, just a little bit of contrast and pop using drop shadows really helps. Yeah. Now, coloring change, color changes at scale. You can do that too. Again, colors are available right here on the selection. Let's say we want to use one of my brand colors. I've got my brand colors right here, which is typically orange. Works like a charm. And if you want to also try implement color palettes, you can do that too by selecting various color palettes, and you can select the design that you want to change. Here's the design I just duplicated. The image, for some reason, there we go, it's just showed up now. Just click any color palette and double click to rotate between the colors, and you can see, try to get really interesting results. For gradients with designs with gradient backgrounds, it's a bit harder to get a very unified result. So I would switch off the gradient for when remixing colors, just because you want to get like a more solid background color. And yeah, so you can see, can try and get lots of different results with this. And it's just such a great way to fast track your design process, test different color palettes to see what sticks and works best, right? So yeah, so that is really the design process on Glorify. It is really simple. You can design at scale. If you want more templates, head over to libraries, go to templates. I'm going to type in here YouTube channel art. You can see pop up right here. We've got YouTube thumbnails as well. And we've got loads of channel art templates, with the optimized with the safety zone, because YouTube channel art is a specific safe region which can be visible, and beyond that it won't be visible. So it's very important to be mindful of that. So let me just drop some of these templates as an example. Just drag and drop, drag and drop. You can see all these channel art templates. The reason why there's so much space is because a lot of this stuff is not going to be seen. The only thing that gets seen in YouTube channel art is this section over here. So that is a simple process of customizing templates and making it your own. I want to show you my file to give you an idea of the approach I take. This is my YouTube thumbnail design file on Glorify. Really busy, lots of files, lots of graphics, a heavy design file. Yeah, you can see loads of variations, right? Now, I'm showing you this because I want to show you my process, and the process is really important here because with YouTube thumbnail designs, it's all about iteration and testing different options. Here's my YouTube channel. You can see overall, I've got a very specific font and I've got a color palette that's according to my brand. I have about 5 colors that are part of my brand color palette. Orange, green, yellow, blue, and like a paper white and black. And you can see that, I create variations between those colors just to sometimes capture an audience's attention. People maybe subscribe to my videos, and my strategy is like to make sure that every video I roll out, like consistency is important, right? You want your thumbnails to have a specific style, but what you don't want is people to see your next video and think it's like an old video, or that, oh, it's a repeat again, because you can get design fatigue when a new video comes out and you see the thumbnail. You're probably experiencing that with all your favorite channels. You think about your top favorite influencers. Whenever they roll out a video now, it's like you've got that visual fatigue of seeing them so much time. You've been desensitized, right? And you don't want to be desensitized. And the way I combat desensitization, if that's a word, people getting desensitized to my content, is by sometimes mixing up the colors, still staying on theme, staying on brand, but mixing up the colors with each video. So you can see, boom, orange splash, white background splash, big, sort of like zigzag graph in the background with a gradient on it. So I do create a little bit of variety in the design style. And I always want to experiment with, how my next YouTube channel thumbnail is going to look like. You can see I started off with these thumbnails over here, and I'll duplicate them. I'll edit the text. I'll create a new, headshot of myself again with my phone. I'll upload it like I showed you earlier. I'll customize the text. I'll use the AI writer as well, which is really helpful. So sometimes I want to get a variation of this subheading, for example. I'll copy this text, head over to OpenAI, clear all this stuff here. I've got like a bunch of old text here. I'll say, make a variation of the following, and generate maybe like 3 variations and see what OpenAI gives me. There you go, generate. Look at these great options, right? Generate a steady income. So I can now click this text for this thumbnail and boom, replace it with this one or this one. Oh, this is the same one. Both of those are the same. This one. So whichever I prefer, and so I've got choices now. Let's do this one. This one's quite decent. Generate passive income with each website design project. Perfect. I love it. Change the color to paper white, and we can like highlight. You always want to highlight keywords with your thumbnail design so that certain words stand out, and we can do it like, the keyword here would be passive income. That's what people in my audience are really interested in. So I'll highlight that. And this is the brand keyword. So here, for example, we can take this and we can get other variations of this if you want to test that out too. So generate text, we'll see what it comes out with. Brick Studio, the ultimate hub for creative agencies, the ultimate creative haven. Again, great options, right? So you can test those out and try which one sticks there. So great usage of AI tools there. I also like to use effects sometimes on my thumbnails. So I'll try things like this, as you can see, which is the thumbnail launch, where basically what I did here was the original photo. If I duplicate that to show you the process, I had essentially this layer is locked. Let me go in. Yeah, that's the layer. And I'm going to open this layer. And I think it's this one here. I'm going to delete that. So what I did was actually cropped okay, these are all locked. So let me unlock these. I think my internet is slightly crashing today. There we go, unlock. There we go. Boom. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna reset this. So I wanted to get like a digital effect here. So what I did was duplicated this, aligned it, edited, went to my effects and added pixelate and increased pixelation, which gives this really cool effect here, as you can see. And then you can just crop this, and you can get this really fun effect like that, and in fact, I feel like this one looks better than my original one. So you can do cool stuff like that. Again, wow effect, shock factor. You want to capture people's attention. That's what the social media game and YouTube is all about, right? And then this thumbnail I recently did so many variations. I started off with this graph. Then I wanted to stick in the Webflow logo and the Framer logo. And then finally went and added some more elements. And this is the final thumbnail. Let's go into my YouTube channel and you'll notice, look at this performance on videos. I launched a video. It's easy for me to get 1,000 views. Launched about 3 weeks ago. Still compounding views. It's a hot topic, so I know it'll keep generating views over time. And that's great for building my authority in this space as a startup entrepreneur, designer, talking about no-code web building tools. That's what I typically talk about in my channel. I'm building an audience. I'm building, authority, and people also finding about my products through my links over here. You can see in my About Me page, my different social media channels, as well as what I'm working on, as I've said here, glorify.com, my other products and services, etc. And people can reach out and get in touch. So it's a great top of funnel marketing strategy to acquire customers, right? So going back to template marketplace, great thing about template marketplace is you can earn 100% of the revenue on template sales if you list a template with us. You get affiliate commissions on top, even if you're listing free templates, which I recommend listing free templates. People are making more revenue listing free templates than paid templates at the moment. Paid templates will get traction eventually. It's just a slow ongoing process. We have to build, sort of like the traction on the template marketplace because it's a new thing. Eventually, all new things will pick up speed, and I do believe it'll become a gold mine. And the great thing about the template marketplace as well, as you as a creator, you own the leads. So anyone that signs up to your free template or paid template, you capture them with using our lemon squeezy payment link that we recommend you to use, so that you capture the lead. That lead becomes your own when they download your template. And then you can upsell them or you can remarket them, add them to your newsletter, whatever you prefer. It's your lead. Submission process is really simple. Follow the template requirements, create your purchase download link, and submit your template. To submit your template, go right over here. I'm going to copy this link, head over my browser. This is how you do it. So submit your template. Here's the benefits. Here are some template examples, some great templates by Final Touch Lab, Nico, Hassan. They've all created great templates. All the usage and styles, the guidelines is all available here. How to create your template purchase link, how to name your template. There's a recommended format on naming your templates, and how to submit your template, submitting a template with the form over here, which will take you to a form which allows you to add all the necessary details. So guys, take advantage of this opportunity. It's just kicking off, and you can see, people are already generating revenue, especially through free templates, through the affiliate link. Let me show you how that works. If you see over here, any template that I click, again, I'm going to go to YouTube. I'll pick this free template this time by Hassan. Go to click Get It Now. And when I put my email over here, watch how the link has the referral ID of Hassan, who's the creator of the template. So that if I go ahead and pay for the template for Glorify later, you will get the sale, 30% commission, which is a really decent commission for subscriptions that's recurring indefinitely. So you can always make passive income, right? So huge opportunity there. All right, so that covers that. I'm going to do one last thing just to conclude. We can open up question and answers. I know there's not a lot of people in here, but guys, drop your questions if you're around. I see one question by, is Thumbnail Maker free for YouTube or freemium? Yes, it is free in terms of for trials. I mean, Glorify doesn't have a free plan anymore, Mr. Sharp. We paused the free trial, the free plan as of February. And since then, we've been having a free trial. So you can start with a free trial on our site. You got to put your credit card, and you also have to choose a plan. And from there, you can, once you're subscribed on a plan, the trial is 14 days, but once you're subscribed on a plan, of course, you've got unlimited access. As far as like the free usage, you can go on Glorify and try it for free on our website. So if you go to the website and go to, again, my internet's gone a bit berserk, but if you click give it a try now, from here, or generate e-commerce images or give it a try, you can go through this flow where we onboard you and you get to play around with Glorify for free. But unfortunately, you can't save your designs or upload your assets or anything like that. It's just a play around, right? So that's the difference of that. Yeah, so we covered that. I also want to show you a couple of examples of YouTube channels that I recommend you checking out to get inspiration. Orbit Key, for those e-commerce entrepreneurs out there, you want to get inspiration. I think Orbit Key is a great inspiration among many others. I just picked them specifically because it's just so simple. Look at this banner over here. Really simple banner, logo in the middle, products flying around on the side. Another great inspiration is Simon Hoiberg. I was mentioning him as a great example for personal branding. Beautiful, like glow in the dark logos, elements, lots of gradients and things like that. These grading effects that you see in Simon Hoiberg's channel. And he's got a glow effect as well. And that's not hard to do. If you want a glow effect, you can simply use an element, or what I like to do is just use drop shadow and make the drop shadow a specific color so it turns into glow. There you go, just making it white or lighter. If I make this lighter, as you can see, it automatically turns into a glow effect. I'm going to take this drop shadow. This is on the blue, so I'm going to use a lighter blue that makes it feel like it's like a glowy blue. And there you go. So you can make these effects like Simon Hoiberg's done on his little logos. Important with thumbnails, something about strategy when it comes to thumbnails, always include big, bold titles. And by the way, you don't always have to do, and I've made this mistake, you don't always have to have the title of the video as the thumbnail. It's not important. You can see what's more important is to create a thumbnail that is clickbait, that is catchy, that has the basic information that you need to make you want to click without even having to read the title. So if I look at this, new SaaS, I get the point. Simon Hoiberg is launching a new SaaS. I got that without even having to read that, right? I look at this. So much communication going on this thumbnail. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Basically, it seems like there's 3 stages. I'm not even reading the title, by the way, but there seems to be 3 stages to get user growth, to get to 83,000 MRR. Apparently, that's what this graph shows over here, which is super exciting for me as a SaaS founder, right? Look at this one. One click seems like added another 9,000 MRR. That's mental. Now I read the title, it all clicks, right? So thumbnail needs to communicate the whole concept of the video in as few words as possible without even having to spell it out for you. And the title double downs on the thumbnail by clarifying what it means. But you always have to make sure that the thumbnail conveys enough without having to read without having to read the title of the video. And I've been trying to adopt that recently more. I've done very title-heavy thumbnails in the past, but recently I've been trying to pivot a little bit away from that. Like here, this one, Figma to Wix Studio, was a bit more simple, right? This could have been better. I feel it's way too title-heavy and text-heavy, and I'm going to refrain from doing that moving forwards. You can see I've slowly started to trim away from the subtitles. I used to add a lot of subtitles, so big title and subtitle. But now you can see my thumbnails don't have subtitles. They just have big title that conveys in few words as possible what the video is about. If you're a service-based platform or you're running a coaching, a service business, could be coaching, could be a design agency, a marketing agency, definitely recommend you checking out AJ and Smart. They're a product innovation design studio or agency based in Berlin, and they create tons of content on YouTube. Content is amazing for services because, again, you're sharing your expertise, you're having fun while producing the content, and whilst you're doing all of that good stuff, you're also attracting an audience, You're able to sell, digital products, which these guys sell, like guides and, templates for the other designers, in fact, so other designers use them as a benchmark, and they're able to make more revenue through digital products. At the same time, they build authority in their niche, and they start to get high-profile clients knock on their door because of their great content strategy. Design is overall very consistent. You can see they use, as in like the key primary color is that bright yellow, and overall big text, big like emotions and things like that to really draw you in to want to click. Super clickbaity thumbnails, I can say for sure, right? So yeah, that's a great example that I want to recommend to you guys, AJN Smart, for those people who are running service businesses. For another business, I thought, well, actually not a business, rather, I did already Orbit Key, which is an e-commerce business. If you're doing like a media show, this is a great example. Fully charged show, has 1 million subscribers. How easy is it to create these thumbnails? Use the background remover, throw in a picture of yourself, big title on the top, you're good to go, right? You can easily do that on Glorify. It's not hard at all. I mean, look at these templates, kind of already has got you halfway there, right? Just big image, big text. You can even remove some of these additional text. You don't even need it, right? And just stick to, boom, one big text communication about something very important that you're speaking about, or a compelling topic for your audience. So that's the strategy there. And yeah, I think we've covered everything. We've done service, personal brands, and e-commerce. Yeah, and look, guys, I think, oh yeah, one more channel I want to show you guys. I've been working on another channel recently. It's for gaming. So even if you're like a, you can find all these kind of random niches within your interests, right? And that's what's amazing about YouTube, is that even if you don't have a business or you don't have a personal brand, you don't have an excuse. You can still create a channel about something that you're super interested in. I, for example, recently started a channel on this great game that me and my friends started playing really recently. I don't know if you guys are aware of this game called Helldivers. We had so much fun playing it, and we started recording little clips of us playing the game together. And that's when we started Helldivers Nonstop. It's a channel where we just upload all the best moments during the game, and we get loads of views. Look at this, 7,000 views. We only started this channel a couple of weeks ago. 7,000 views, 2,000 views, 5,400 views. Look at the thumbnails, really simply designed. These are the long form videos that we launch, and you can see, this is the style of thumbnails we've done. I still have to upload the thumbnails for these videos. I've been a bit lazy recently. Sometimes I just upload the videos and then upload the thumbnails a bit later. But again, profile image, cover head photo, it's all there, put together, ready to go. You can see these are the assets I've added, and this is the style I've done. I designed all of this on Glorify. I appreciate your patience, and yeah, look forward to the replay and the feedback on the replay. For those of you guys who have missed it, excited to see your comments and feedback on this webinar. And I'll catch up with you guys soon. Take care. Bye.